dear friends. How you doing? Sue! I love when I get the Jude. The Jude! Here it comes. Okay, it's the last time I'm using a microphone, like a mic like this. From here on in, I've got a lavalier, like a proper on the booble lav mic, but I just couldn't get my shit together today. And I thought, you know what, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? For fuck's sake, do I need you today? Or what? Who's here? Let me have a look. Rhino, I'm moving forward. I'm bringing the mic with me. Hang on, because this is the problem, you see. I've got a mic. I can't fucking move forward. Let's get you forward a bit. Hang on, here we go. Who's here? Oh, look at me. It looks like I'm a sort of cabaret singer. Tony! Oh, gorgeous you. Melissa, Dan, darling. Sue Denim, Sue Flood. Oh, I love that. Look at these fucking pants. Look. These are like the Tony Clown pants. They're covered in all sorts of, and it fits the theme of today, they're covered in all sorts of like angry poster art. It's very French. Yes, and really negative, the same way the French are. It's fantastic. So, there's a theme going here with my giant pants. I thought you'd love those. They're kind of cool though, aren't they? They do make me look like the back of a bus, but actually I think they're actually quite flattering from this angle. I did spend possibly maybe 2 hours getting the angle right so I didn't look like a bus. But that's between me and my God. Anyway, who else is here? It couldn't be any fucking louder. Are you kidding? Look at these fucking pants. That's why I've kept it really low key on top, because the pants are huge. Sean, hey cuz. Hello, darling. Gabriele Nicotra. Hello, everyone. Who else is here? Let me see now. Oh, Alexander, Cara, Susan Owen. My sister is on the Owen and Owen Productions. Thank you, Susan, again, for all assistance on today's stories and things. I'm doing less today on the stories. You'll be happy to hear. I'm going to absolutely focus on the music. I'm going to sing four. Fucking four. Look at the size of that hand. Oh, huge hand she's got. They're actually small, tiny. Look at them. Little children's hands. I have no right to playing the piano. We know this. Many of us have said the same when they've heard me. No, darling, yes. So today I'm going to concentrate on the music, and I'm going to take the story and let the music tell the story. I'm going to rant. Of course I'm going to rant, because I'm in a fucking ranting mood today, boy, and some. But I'm also going to take you to a place of emotion, of real simpatico emotion. There you go. What can I say? Hey, Philip, Eric. So I'm trying to lean in here without feeding back. Yes, I see you all. Frank, yes. Frank, Brenda, darling, don't worry, you didn't miss. It's all right. It's just me saying I've got massively loud pants on. Here they are. Look at the pants. Massively loud pants, just to really cheer us up today or something. And I'm going to start on a rant any second. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, yay, a lot of music. I'm actually written a brand new song for you. Can I hear an oh yes, please? I'd like to hear a woo! I mean, I can't hear it, obviously, for fuck's sake, but I can see you, doing it. Because we're all struggling. I'm struggling, people. I'm fucking struggling. If it wasn't for these bloody, for fuck's sakes, thank the Lord for you, I'd be at a bit of a loose. I've lost the rudder. We've lost our rudder. Those of us who don't have like the routine and the thing we have to go to, the work. I mean, you guys in Britain are probably back to work already and just ready for lockdown yet again. Yes, as they're managing to make people between over 50 just never go out ever again in the history of the UK. But honestly, Mark Traves, you're going to be so happy you're on. I have a special thing for you. Oh yes, Tony. So, I find myself really, feeling a little bit rudderless, a little bit lost. And thank God for fuck's sakes, because they give me the routine. That's the thing that we miss, isn't it? We really do. And that's what I'm going to deal with today through a new song and some old songs that I think you will all recognize. I hope so. That really are a throwback, hey Kate, to times when I've felt a little lost and rudderless before, but it's okay. I made it through, and here we are still. But I want to share these feelings and these moments with you, because it's important that we do all say, yes, I feel like this, for fuck's sake. Oh, my God. Anyway, so there's this wonderful article. It's from a couple of months ago that my sister sent me, because this whole thing today is about keeping your sanity in a toxic environment, in a toxic situation, which we really do now find ourselves in. And so I'm going to use the music today as real musical therapy. I really am. So there was this mental health article in The Guardian a few months ago, and it really was talking about how people are, we're all having a serious lockdown phenomena. We're struggling. Some people are having psychotic episodes, for fuck's sake. It's isolation, job insecurity, relationship breakdown, let alone if you've lost somebody or something bad happens in your family and there's a bereavement. It's really talking about how, there's a tsunami of mental illness. I hate to go into the whole mental illness thing, but I may as well, seeing as I am, let's be honest, quite a knowledge on this particular subject. It is... and like I said, maybe it's because Doris isn't here. Obviously, it's because Doris isn't here, and I don't have that distraction of being Nurse Owen. But it's like I really got hit full on today. And it's different in America. Let me tell you, my friends in Britain, in America, if you're thinking, oh, it's not as bad as that, it's just the press. It's fucking worse. It's worse, okay? It is every day is a new lie, every day is new gibberish, every day is denial, and every day is more people going, fuck this, it's a hoax, or why am I wearing a mask, or whatever. It's every single day, it's this shit that's going on. So people are they're being triggered by this shit, and rightfully so. I'm being triggered by it. And, I'm not having, hallucinations, but it is serious. I'm just reading this. Serious changes in moods, beliefs, system. And that thing that we all... Remember when we used to come to the end of the summer holidays? I remember thinking, I cannot wait to go back to school. Fucking hell, this is just terrible. I hate this. It's going on forever. And of course now there is no school. They're thinking of getting back to school. Now, there's a reason why they want to send kids back to school. One is because of that, and the other is because a lot of poor kids rely upon school for food and mental health assistance. Hello. So it's a big deal. But yeah, I get why people are absolutely going nuts not going back. But do we want them to go back and spread the sickness and all the rest of it, and teachers get sick and die? I don't think so, no. But let me share with you a story. That is the reason why I wrote this new song, this brand. Yeah, it's fucking maddling. And yes, clinical depression, and it is, let me tell you, it's everywhere, my friends. Anyway, so I want to tell you a story about something that just happened to me, is why I wrote this first song. I was in Walgreens, that is a chemist, that is a pharmacist here in America, it's like Boots the chemist. And I found myself in an insane situation where I came this fucking close to being called a Karen. I shit you not, for fuck's sake. I found myself... walking around, everybody's 6 feet away. I've got a mask and a visor and gloves, because that's the way I roll, because I'm not a fucking idiot. And I hear the screaming from the other side of the shop, the other side of the store, absolute screaming, and it's not anything bad happening, it seems, just people screaming at each other. By the time I get to the cashier, and I've got a lot of things to, because I only go once, because you don't want to be in those situations too many times. So I find myself at the cashier, and I suddenly realize that it is a mother and a daughter screaming at each other, a little girl and a mother, not that much older, and they're screaming at each other because God, knows they're right next to each other, they have to scream. They're screaming at each other because the mother's already checked out and the kid wants some chocolate. And they can't kind of go, no, that's it, we've got it now, we're leaving. No, it's like, I don't want it. And the kid, I want it. So it's just, and everybody's like averting their gaze as much as possible. Luckily, you can't see your face, so nobody knows what they're thinking anyway. And right in front of my very, 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 very own face, you can imagine my expression, said woman jumps right up next to me, touching my shoulder, against my shoulder, and grabs the chocolate and throws it down on the counter and hands out a $5 bill as if to say, I've been through this once, I'm paying now. Fuck this, I don't know who this woman is, I don't care. She's jumped in front of everybody, and now she's leaning on me, breathing on me. And she's thinking that even though I'm now checking out, my things are being rung up, somehow she can just do that and give the money because her life has been so inconvenienced. And I'm this fucking close to going, who the fuck? And then I remembered what country I was in. And I remembered that this is America, and 40% of the guns that have been bought in the last month are first-time buyers. And that was a piece of information that stuck in my brain, thank God. And I decided at that moment that I was going to keep my cut glass British accent under wraps, because worse than a gun perhaps, but probably the same, is somebody pulling out a phone in their fucking camera and filming this woman with this accent saying, could you actually put your mask on where it's covering your nose potentially and mouth at the same time? That'd be interesting. And could you possibly back the fuck off because I actually, there's a round thing right there. Luckily, the cashier stepped in and said, "Madam, there's the round thing right." She ignored her, just kept pushing the money down until finally we were all thinking the same thing, which is, get in your fucking car, get away from us. You can't get far enough away from us. Just get the fuck out of here, please. And it stayed with me, and it made me ill. I hated who it made me. I hated being in a situation where I couldn't even say to somebody, "Oh my God, you're behaving so badly. Stop it. Stop it." Couldn't do it because I was so fucking scared that suddenly, yeah, that's where we're in. So of course I came home and wrote a song, as one must, and it's called "What's Your Problem?" It's an angry little bastard. Please enjoy. I think at this point you can probably sing along with it. You'll know exactly what I'm about to say, so you're going to love this. For the first time, wish me luck, people. I was shopping in the new age of shopping, mask and visor and a spray for good measure. I was doing fine till I heard a scream across the store. Well, mother and child, they were shouting together, hell for leather, like we just didn't matter. And what's more, they pushed up to the front and stood right by my shoulder. I was waiting to check out. I started to smolder when she looked at me, as if to say, "What's your problem? What's your problem?" I thought, bitch, get out of my space. I tell you to your face, but I'm too scared you'll pull a gun on me. So, bitch, get into your car, drive as far as you see. When you run out of land, you'll still be too close for me. Yeah. Too close for me. Someone pointed to the circle behind her, spoke of distance with a slight tinge of dread. She ignored them. They were dead to her. Pissy people, who were they to remind her? Pulled her mask down so we'd hear what she said. We were filled with dread as she turned red and screamed the place down. Over my shoulder, as I stood to pay, well, I started to smolder when she looked at me, as if to say, "What's your problem? What's your problem?" I thought, bitch, get out of my space, get out of my face, I tell you. But I'm just so scared you'll pull a gun, bitch. Get into your car, drive as far as you see, and when you run out of land, you'll still be too close to me. "What's your problem?" she said. "What's your problem?" she said. "What's your problem?" as if she said, "What's your problem?" I was shopping in the new age of shopping, mask and visor and a spray for good measure. I was doing fine. I I was doing fine. Bitch, what's your problem? She said. Bitch, what's your problem? And I said, bitch, what's your problem? And she said, oh, bitch, what's your problem? And I said, it's you. There's a feisty little song. I need to hear us going, whoa! Oh, yeah. So sometimes it's good to get a bit of an angry song off your chest. And I got to tell you, hey, Doug Nixon! Oh, my God, I feel so bad. Fuck the lemonades, baby. Ultimately, Doug, I'm so sorry about what's happening in Victoria. I know you're in New South Wales, but for fuck's sake, all my friends down in Australia, hey! What's your problem? What's your problem, baby? Well, it's you and it's you. I wish I could have just said it. I wish I could have just said the fucking thing. It's fucking you, Mrs. It's you. I mean, isn't it a ridiculous world where you can't actually speak out as a human being for fear that you are going to get, you know, the blade, a gun, even just fucking punched in the face? I don't want that. Who the fuck wants that? Yeah, I know. Anyway, it must be one of the few times in my life I kept my fucking big mouth shut, but I'm sure you're glad I did, because, yeah. And what the fuck? Woo! Is all I can say. Yeah. That's going to be fun to record. I think so. That's got a mighty bitey on it. I might have to get somebody like Steve Lukather to play on that. Someone like that, I think he's got a real, like, screaming guitar. Anyway, onwards we go. Onwards, people. Here we go. So moving on. Here's the thing. I realized I'm feeling so bad. I'm feeling the way I used to feel when I was not terribly well years ago. I'm feeling that way. And I'm going to sing some of the songs from that time because they seem to make some great sense right now. These are the songs that I did in a show that I did with Ruby Wax called Losing It. Some of these, I mean, these are prior existing songs, but it really suited that. Oh, good God, I just saw what I did to my hair. I look like a mad woman. Anyway, it really it is. I'm going to start singing now about these things that are coming back to haunt me, and I remember them from my past. I'm not that person anymore. We're not those people anymore, but we're still struggling, and it's really doing a number on this up here. And what I realized what it was is that it's trying to control a world that's out of control, isn't it? It's like I am trying to get some kind of control and some kind of schedule and something that looks like something I recognize. I'm trying to get something that makes me feel calm and safe and like I have some kind of a navigation system and a rudder in a rudderless world, and it's the truth. And it kind of reminded me of when I was at drama school. Yes, I was at drama school. I was going to be an actor. And I still am, of course. But I had a series, because I had PTSD and all sorts of problems, and clinical depression, of course, and anxiety. I did have a fairly bad, but not the worst, eating disorder. Many young women do. Many women of all ages do. Let's be honest about this, all of us. And it's not about food. It's not about eating. It's about controlling the only thing you have control over in a world that's out of control, and that's your body. And that's what it really is. And there's a certain comfort. There's a great comfort in feeling like you have control over fucking something. And I'm not saying that's what I have now, but it really made me think about how I responded to this in the past and how I used to respond to that lack of control. And many of us, me included, are doing things to numb myself out right now. I mean, fuck the keto diet. I'm happily drinking wine every night. It's something, as all of us know, what a cheap drunk I am. I'm loving my wine, but I'm not really built to be a wine drinker, but, you know, I am drinking. I mean, many people are drinking to excess. They're doing drugs. They're doing weed and then hard drugs. They're shopping online like lunatics. They might be gambling online. They might be doing all sorts of things, hopefully having tons of sex. That would be nice. But ultimately, you know, maybe porn, whatever, but it's just that thing. It's what you do to numb you. It's the thing that you do to just give you a little bit of gratification and calm, and it is some kind of comfort. It really, really is. I don't feel bad about that, by the way. I mean, unless it's porn. No, don't feel bad about that. There's nothing wrong with that, of course, unless it's something really heinous. But it's just, you know, it's just one of the ways that we self-medicate. And when I was thinking of myself as a young person, and that's why I feel so bad for young people right now, trying to feel like there's control in an out-of-control world. It's so hard. And it's why these addictions come about. They are a direct result of depression, of mental illness. But this is how we comfort ourselves. And I wrote this song about this very thing called Some Kind of Comfort. I know you chew and spit, you tear yourself to bits, you smoke and you drink, and shop until you're half sick. It's some kind of comfort, but that's the reason why you do it. It's some kind of comfort, and that's the reason why. Well, lucky you found your poison, your reason for hating you the way that you do. On good days you can stop completely. It's all those days when you're feeling blue that make you chew and spit. You'd eat the world if you were offered it. 'Cause something hurts inside and it makes you feel as empty as an Oklahoma sky. And every day you feel the blame of, the shame of living with excuses and lies, longing for that moment of oneness, the numbness, just before you ask yourself why. You chew and spit, you tear yourself to bits, you smoke and you drink, whatever stops you thinking, 'cause it's some kind of comfort, and that's the reason why you do it. It's some kind of comfort, and that's the reason why it's some kind of comfort. It's some kind of comfort, and that's the reason. Oh, that's the reason why. So, my friends, for everybody who's feeling a little guilty and fed up and pissed off that they're eating too much and drinking too much and doing all the things that they shouldn't do. And by the way, I'm going to be doing whole album gigs, because when I get back into the three of us, Pedro and Leila and myself, we are going to do some streamed shows and full albums, and it's exactly what I'm going to do. And I think what I might even do is to do an album even solo myself and explain the songs and go through them. I think that'd be a really nice thing. So thank you so much for mentioning that. I would love to do that. So, you know, here's one, and like I said, I wanted to do this. This is directly for, thank you so much, for Mark Traves, you know, because you requested this a couple of shows back. But it's about this time of the year that I would be going back to London. I'd be going back to Blighty. I'd be going back to Britain. And I just saw a photograph of myself and Pedro in Latvia in this incredible concert hall, in this beautiful piano concert hall where we were doing shows. And it was this time of year, and I was just looking at it, just thinking, oh, shit. Again, you know, it's that reality, isn't it? Someone like me, I'm such a gypsy, I've got such itchy feet, I love to travel, it's the adventure, it's the joy, it's what I live to do, I just love it, touring's my joy. And I was just so stunned that, of course, here we all are, unable to really move. And if you're doing what I do, if you're doing what musicians do, this is a really hard time. And I found myself watching a streamed show of some friends of mine 2 nights ago, and being so relieved to finally be watching music live. It was only me and Harry in the audience. That's, you know, because it had to be like total shutdown, ISO, masks and everything. But the full weight of it hit me again. It hit me. That thing of not being able to be there with you, not being able to be with the audience, not to being able to connect, not to be able to get on a feckin' plane and go and play and do. It's hard, and it's hard for us all, you know. I have an extreme life, but it's hard for us all to have that in the back of their minds all the time. I know Britain's opening, but I have a horrible, sneaky feeling about this. Still very, very tricky times, as we know. So yes, I'd be on my way back. I'd be going to see my sister, or I'd be going back home, or she to me, and damn it, you know, I hate this. I hate the fact that I can't up and go. It bothers me. Not too much that I can't sing one of my favorite songs about my favorite country, my country in the world. It is Blighty, Mark Traves. Your dream has come true. And for this time of the year, and for me dreaming of Britain, here is Blighty. I've got a really bad feeling about us. It's like trying to stand up when you're being hit by a gust of wind. I've spent so many years just hanging around. Now it's time to go back to my hometown. Join in. London is calling. I don't understand it, but I'm on my way. I don't need a reason, feels like holiday season, and I'm on my way back to Blighty again. Well, I've got a really bad feeling about us. It's like it's too hard to sort out, it's too hard to discuss. I've spent so many years just hanging around. Now it's time to go back to my hometown. You know, London is calling. I don't understand it, but I'm on my way. I don't need a reason, feels like holiday season, and I'm on my way back to Blighty. What I wouldn't give for a little bit of filthy weather sometimes. What I wouldn't give for a late ride on a black cab or a double-decker. I've got a really bad feeling about us. It's like trying to stand up when you've been hit by a gust of wind. Well, so many things I don't really understand. It's like trying to be a woman. It's like trying to be a good man. You know, London is calling, I don't understand it, but I'm on my way. I don't need a reason, feels like holiday season, and I'm on my way. Back to Blighty again, yeah, yes. I'm back to Blighty again, yeah, yes. Back to Blighty again, yeah, yeah. Back to Blighty again. Thank you so much. That felt good. Thank you. The modulation is everything. It just gives you the whole. I could hear you singing along. I could hear you all singing along. Oh, yes. All together now. London is calling. I don't understand it. But we're having too good a time. Surely it's time to get deep and dark and depressed again. I think so. Because ultimately, as you know, the joke, yes. Happiness is a transitory thing, but darkness and depression is something that you can really build a future on. Build a life on. So, no, I jest. I've kept this last song because, God knows, it's a song I wrote when I was in the midst of my darkest depression. My saddest part of my life, my hardest part of my life, really. And yet, this is one of the most uplifting songs ever. And it's uplifting because it speaks about how, with the help of others, you can actually realize that life is the most precious thing, and it's the only thing that we really have and must protect, and that everything else means for shit. Things you own, crap, great pants that look like a big clown should wear them, all that stuff, meaningless. And it's that thing where you're at the point where you're like, this is shit. I am struggling. I am really struggling. I'm eating too much. I'm drinking too much. My mind is I'm really at a mental all-time low. I'm isolated. I'm depressed. I'm having anxiety. I'm fearful for all the right reasons. Of course, look where we are. But still, let us all remind each other, and that's absolutely, of course, what I'm looking to you for, because this is what happens to me every time I do this. I realize, no, it is great. There is so much to be grateful for. There is so much joy. There's so much beauty. Things are fucking up. This is the worst thing any of us have seen, and yet we know this is still extraordinary and remarkable, our lives. A lot of people are struggling, a lot of people are suffering, but this is extraordinary still. So, there's spikes everywhere. It's a terrifying time. Even Vietnam, that somebody was bragging to me the other day. I'm going to go and live in Vietnam, my dear friend said. There's nothing there. Fucking hell, look at this now. My poor friends down in Victoria, in Melbourne. Oh my God, everywhere. It's everywhere. There's a lot to be scared about. But I have Harry to thank. Of Harry and my sister and great friends and people who really have come over the years to my aid. And I think that's what people are doing. That's what those balcony singers are doing. That's the whole thing of the metaphorical, hand. That's what we're doing for each other. And I hope that continues. I hope we can all buck each other up and say, yeah, actually, I feel exactly the same way. This is, and drink too much and eat too much and do whatever we need to do to get through this, I guess is what I'm saying. So here is a song which is, oh my God. I'm not sure I've ever played this live. Well, if I have, it hasn't been for a very, very long time. But it's, hang on a second, I seem to be missing a page of it. No, here it is. Do any of you recognize the song Under the Manhole? Do you know this song? I think it's one of, I say this every time, it's one of my favorite songs, but it's a very, very particular song. It's very critical about the time I was in it, and it means so much to me now. I just read the lyrics again, looking at it, thinking what songs to do for you today. Hell, this one speaks about where we're in right now and what a lot of us are going through up here. And yet, the gratitude of others and of those of us who aren't toxic and aren't throwing wobblers and aren't being crazy and who are here for each other. So here is, oh boy, Under the Manhole. We're alone out here, dancing with madness on this planet of pain. Well, I wish I could throw the switch, pull me to heaven and save me from this sewer brain, 'cause my head's so far in the bucket from spilling my guts of the sickness we're living in. Well, and that's life under the manhole, spitting you out and sucking you back in. And they don't really love you. Voices in your head, they just say these things to make you feel bad. You make me feel so enchanted, and you show me how my feet are cement planted, and I don't want to take my life for granted anymore. Anymore. We're alone out here, laughing so loud we're fit for the kill. We all need a stage, someone to listen, an antidepressant pill. Can you see me on this tightrope? It's hard to believe. Behind my manic grin, well, that's life under the manhole, longing to fight, but wanting to give in. And they don't even love you. Voices in your head, they just say these things to make you feel bad. But you make me feel so enchanted, and you show me how my feet are cement planted, and I don't want to take my life for granted anymore. You make me feel so enchanted, and you show me how my feet are cement planted, and I don't wanna take this life for granted anymore. I'm here I know. The sighs at the end of the singing are just the release and the relief and the appreciation that I can do this, and that you can sit and listen and watch, and even though I can't see you, I can feel you, and I know a lot of it is the fact that you're writing to me. It's extraordinary. It's extraordinary. It just cleans and cleanses my soul. I got to tell you, it's like a balm. But I want to thank you so much, because we're all a little lost right now, more than a little, and we're all struggling. But I'm so glad I can do this. I'm so grateful, and I hope it helps in any way. I hope it just does that thing that it's meant to do, and connects and gives that little community. I mean, I'm loving this. I really, really am. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. You know, I think it's a great idea to do an album and to go through it from start to finish. I might actually do some kind of comfort from top to tail. That could be a nice thing to do. Why not? Make it an hour special. Why not? It's a great idea. So now, until Wednesday, I would say that this has been a joy. This has been thank you so much, everyone. It's my highlight too, believe me. It has been a joy. I think we've had a little bit of a nice, calming musical event, up and down and up and down. And we'll keep going like this, absolutely. So I'm going to prepare something else for Wednesday and along the same theme and take you on a little musical ride. I will. I want you to take care of yourselves, please. Please. Keep drinking, keep eating. I'm just going to go have a glass of wine now. Believe me, it's just sort of like I've managed to stay sober until this minute. I jest, of course, but yeah, I'm a fucking cheap drunk. Anyway, that's why Harry loves me. So I just want to say, wear those masks. Keep 6 feet away. Keep washing your hands. Shut your mouth when you come across the toxic crazies, because they are crazy. And people's behavior is so bizarre. You just don't know what they're going to do you? Take care of your wonderful selves until I see you Wednesday. This has been For Fuck's Sake. Can I hear it? For fuck's sake. Yeah, I hear it. Thank you, guys. I've had a lovely time. My name is Judith Owen, as you know. I will see you all on Wednesday. Take care of yourselves. Much love, everyone. Mwah. Bye, guys.